Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I did a blog post a couple of weeks ago on how to be more productive and I got a great response, so I decided to do a video on it. So before we get started, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It will make my day, and don't forget to tick that little bell as well to get notified every time I upload a video so you never miss a video. I'm watching you. Also, let me know what your top tips are on how to become more productive. So if you're interested, then just keep watching. First tip, and probably the most important one, is to clean your workspace. No one wants to sit in a room full of crap and get shit done. It's just not gonna happen. If you are working from a clean workspace, you have a pretty table and you have your laptop on top, you have a nice scented candle on the side, somewhere that you are going to want to work in and feel comfortable in and feel like a girl boss, I promise it's going to clear your mind and you're going to be a lot more productive. I am so guilty of this, and it is to stop multitasking. I get it. You're in the middle of a project, you're in the middle of writing a blog post, you're in the middle of editing your video, and your best friend sends you a text message. Every part of you wants to stop and read that message or answer that phone call. I get it. I get it, I really do. And then you end up chatting for like an hour, you end up scrolling on Facebook, and you end up getting absolutely nothing done. I have a list of what you need to get done, and if you have to turn off your phone, if you have to turn off, you know, your notifications or your internet, so be it. Just focus on that one thing, and it's going to take way less time to do as well. So if a project is going to take you maybe 6 or 7 hours, if you cut out all distractions, you might actually get it done within 3 hours, and then you have an extra 4 hours to yourself. And that leads me on to number 3, which is to have checklists or a schedule. And I was never like an organized person, like at all. I was late for everything. My life was a mess. You know, I couldn't plan a party, never mind a schedule. We all have to start somewhere, and you know, don't put too much pressure on yourself. At the minute I do checklists, so at the start of every day I write a checklist of all the things I need to do for that particular day, so I can tick them off as I do them. It makes me feel good that I've accomplished these things. It could be tiny things like making the bed, putting on the clothes washing, washing the floors. It could be absolutely anything, but you feel so good ticking that off in your red pen or your green pen or your highlighter, and you feel like you've accomplished something for the day. And when you finish the checklist, you're like, that was a really productive day. Another thing I recommend is scheduling. So this may not work for everyone. I know it might be different if you have kids, or maybe you're in school, you have a small baby, you can't really schedule things in advance, so that's where maybe a checklist would benefit you more. But if you're in a position where you need to be really strict with your time, and you feel like you're wasting your precious time doing stupid things that are not beneficial for you and your business, then you know, you need to have a schedule in place. And this is something that I've only learned recently. I would waste a lot of time messaging people that weren't getting back to me, or you know, wasting my time on silly things instead of being like, no Sarah, this is your precious time. I was kind of, you know, on and off YouTube. I was doing this, I was doing that, I was kind of all over the place, and that was because I didn't have a proper schedule. I was saying, I don't have time for YouTube, I'm too busy. But in fact I did when I actually sat down and looked at all my my time blocks throughout the day. I was like, actually I do, I just need to be more strict on my time. So now that I have that in place, I find it gets so much more done, and I also have so much more me time because I'm organized and on top of everything. Tip number 4 is to take more breaks. So if you feel like you are overwhelmed with work, you're sitting there and you have project after project, or you have loads of study to do, and you feel like you just have so much to do, then it's going to overwhelm you and you're going to get distracted and you're going to go to Facebook, you're going to text your friend, whatever it may be. So you want to stay focused, and the best way to do that is to take regular breaks. So you set yourself a time block for a particular task. So I have 1 hour to clean the house, I have 1 hour to get my project done. Once that's done, give yourself 15-20 minutes to have a break for yourself, clear your mind, have a cup of tea, eat, rest, just something that's not focused on that particular task. Or even check Facebook. Doing that is going to break up your day for you, so you feel like, you know, you're not overwhelmed with all this work, and it's going to clear your mind and keep you focused when you're actually doing that particular task. Tip number 5 is to get as much done as early in the day as possible, and this is a tip that I've only recently incorporated into my life because I am still learning, and this is why I'm sharing all this information with you guys, because I'm learning too, and I'm teaching as I learn, if that makes sense. If you get up earlier in the morning, as hard as it may be, and I am a night owl, so it is freaking hard, but if you do it, you're gonna find that you're gonna get a lot more done as early in the day as possible, and then you have so much more time in the evening to relax. So I was actually feeling really overwhelmed because I had so much to do and so little time. I remember saying to my friend, there's just not enough time in the day for everything I need to do. And once I got my scheduling down and realized, hang on a second, I have loads of wasted time here that I've spent watching pointless things on Netflix or scrolling on social media, when I could be doing something a little bit more productive that will benefit me and my business. My last tip is to reward yourself. So you have made sacrifices, you've got up earlier, you have ignored the girls group chat while you've got all your shit done. So reward yourself, treat yourself to a glass of wine, a takeaway, go on a date with your partner, go to the cinema, go for a walk, whatever it may be, have a playtime with your baby. Look after yourself, make yourself priority for your own mental health, and pat yourself on the back and say, well done, I deserve this treat for myself. So with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your top tips are for being more productive, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!